long ago, in a kingdom of rivers and green forests, of golden fields that whispered in the wind, there lived a king known for his kindness. People spoke his name with respect. Travelers carried stories of his fairness from village to village, but his closest companion was not a minister, or a soldier, or a scholar. It was a parrot, bright, clever, and strangely wise. The parrot had been with him many years. Not a pet in a cage, not a mere ornament of the court, a friend. The king spoke to him when the palace was quiet. He listened when no one else could understand. Often the parrot's simple words carried more truth than the speeches of learned men. Wherever the king went, the parrot was near, perched on his arm in the gardens, fluttering at his side during processions, sitting quietly beside him when loneliness crept in. Their bond felt like two souls bound by trust. One calm morning, as sunlight warmed the courtyard, the parrot bowed his head and said softly, "Your Majesty, I have a request. It has been many years since I saw my parents. They are old now. I want to visit them before it is too late. May I go? I promise to return in a few days." For a moment, the king felt a tightness in his chest. The palace without the parrot would feel empty. Still, he looked into the bird's eyes and saw sincerity, longing, love. With a slow breath, he answered, "Go, visit them, but promise me you will come back soon. The palace will not be the same without you." The parrot bowed. "I promise, my king." He spread his wings, rose into the sky, and flew away until he was a speck on the horizon. The journey was long. At last he reached the forest where his parents lived. Their feathers were faded, their wings slower, but their eyes lit up when they saw him. They embraced. There were tears, laughter, old stories retold, yet the parrot knew he must return to the palace. On the morning of his departure, they handed him a fruit that glowed like little sunlight trapped inside its skin. "This is no ordinary fruit," his father said. "It heals sickness. It can make the old young again. Take it to your king. Give it to him as a token of our love." The parrot cradled the fruit in his claws, his heart full. He imagined the king's smile. He set off, carrying the gift home. After hours of flying, he grew tired. He rested under the shade of a tree, the fruit beside him. Sleep came quickly. While he slept, a snake slid from the grass. Drawn by the sweet smell, it bit the fruit, just a little, and moved away. The parrot slept on, unaware. When he woke, he took the fruit and flew back to the palace with joy, eager to surprise his king. He entered the royal chamber, placed the shining fruit before the king, and said, "My lord, my parents sent this for you. It heals the sick. It restores youth. Please accept it." The king's eyes widened. Wonder and hope flickered across his face. But the chief minister, cautious, suspicious, stepped forward. "We must be careful," he warned. "Test it first. We cannot risk poison." The king, torn between hope and fear, agreed. A small piece was given to a servant. He ate it. Moments later, he fell. His body went still. Life drained away. The hall froze. Shock spread like a cold wind. Fear became anger. "This bird has betrayed me!" The king roared. "He brought poison to kill me." "Guards, seize him! Let his punishment be death!" The parrot cried out. He tried to speak, to explain. "My king, I would never harm you." But his voice was drowned by orders and the thunder of boots. In a flash of terrible haste, the king's command was carried out. The faithful parrot was killed. The fruit, blood-stained and cursed by grief, was thrown outside and forgotten. In time, where it landed, a small tree took root. Seasons turned. The tree grew strong and bore fruits just like the golden one. The king warned everyone, "Do not touch those fruits. They are deadly." Yet fate has its own way. One day, a poor, weary old couple passed the tree. Hungry, they ate the fruit. When they woke beneath its shade, something impossible had happened. Wrinkles smoothed. Their backs straightened. Youth returned to them. Word spread. People whispered. Curiosity and hope pulled at the king. He sent for a trusted old courtier who was sick and weak. The courtier ate a piece of the fruit. In minutes, he stood straighter, his voice stronger. Color returned to his face. The truth hit the king like a thunderclap. The fruit was truly magical. The servant had died not because the fruit was bad by itself, but because a snake had bitten it. The parrot had done nothing wrong. The king fell to his knees. Tears streamed down his face. "My friend, my most loyal companion, I killed you because I did not wait. If only I had listened. If only I had paused. But words cannot bring back a life that was taken too soon." From that day forward, the king lived with a hollow in his heart that no throne could fill. The tree kept bearing fruit. The story kept being told. It became a lesson whispered at hearths and taught to children on sleepy nights. Rash decisions can destroy what matters most. Anger blurs truth. A moment of suspicion can cost a lifetime of loyalty. Do not judge too quickly. Do not act in rage. Do not let fear decide for you. When whispers of doubt push you toward action, stop, breathe, listen, think, choose patience. Because sometimes the wisest thing is not to act at once, but to wait, to care, and to hold the hand of truth until it shows itself. If this story touched you, please like this video. If you learned something, subscribe for more stories like this. Tell me in the comments, what would you have done if you were the king? Share this with someone who rushes to judge. Turn on the bell so you don't miss our next moral tale. Thank you for listening.